It's the La Plata County Graywater Program, which, as Peter said, we're adopting a portion of Reg 86 for laundry to landscape systems. Let's see if I can use this correctly. Just a little overview for the Southwest Basin. This information comes from the most recent Southwest Basin Implementation Plan. That is the analysis and review from the most recent water plan update. And really great information. If you haven't read through this yet, it's very easy to read and really good information for our local area here. So the Southwest Basin is projecting a lot of growth. Right now we're about 2% of the statewide population, and we're projecting about 16 to 161% growth, which is a pretty wide spread and maybe a little tough to plan for in certain ways with that sort of spread and projection. Municipal demands are also projected to grow from approximately 24,000 acre feet per year in 2015 to between 26,000 and 63,000 acre feet per year in 2050. So again, a pretty big spread. La Plata County accounts for nearly half of the baseline demand, followed by Montezuma County. Baseline per capita demand is statewide 164 gallons per capita per day, and here in the Southwest Basin we're a little higher than that average at 198 gallons per capita per day. So that shows that we've got some room for conservation and efficiency in our area. So the municipal water use, according to this newest Southwest Basin implementation plan, and this does not include industrial, right, Carrie? Just municipal. Residential indoor is at about 33% of that total use, and residential outdoor is 25%. So if we calculate that out based on the 198 gallons per capita per day, the household numbers are looking at about 57% used indoors and 43% used outdoors. So that's a pretty normal average, I would say, for Colorado. It's not extreme outdoor use, but I think there are ways that we can improve on those numbers too. And I think statewide, everybody is looking to do that for outdoor use. We've got organizations planning and setting goals for use in the Southwest Basin. We are looking to meet municipal and industrial water needs moving forward, and a couple of the ways that we want to do that are going to be pursuing projects to meet the current and future municipal demand, which we saw before could be ambitious if we're reaching 161% growth, and then to also promote wise and efficient water use through implementation of conservation and efficiency strategies. This is also going to be really important as we have people moving here from out of state and maybe even second homeowners, maybe not aware of local conditions as much. Also in La Plata County, part of the new sustainability goals are going to be to carry out water policies that protect this precious waning resource as the climate is quickly drying. So we've got policymakers that understand the importance of this right now, which is really great. And the La Plata County Commissioners have supported a La Plata County graywater regulation that we applied for a water plan grant with Colorado Water Conservation Board to draft this ordinance and create the whole project. So it's going to be kind of a neatly wrapped up project that we can work with La Plata County on, but we're doing some of the legwork on that. So we've drafted a regulation for laundry to landscape systems in unincorporated La Plata County. This means that the city of Durango and the town of Bayfield, also the town of Ignacio, would need to opt into this later on. So this is kind of the first step for unincorporated La Plata County. And then hopefully we can work with the towns and city of Durango to develop an MOU to also opt in. We're going to create a design manual, an operation and maintenance manual so that these systems can be easily implemented from residence to residence. We're going to install one pilot project in La Plata County and then also create educational materials that help the public understand Colorado water concerns in general and why we're working with this sort of program to start a gray water program. Oh, also, I'm going to go back to the logos on here. The partners for this program are La Plata County. Sorry, I think my logos, no, they look good. La Plata County, that's our main partner. We're working with the county manager to draft the regulation. It's in review right now. So we're kind of about in the first third of the project. San Juan Basin Public Health, and then Western Resource Advocates has given us in-kind support for the grant to also help draft this regulation. And of course, Colorado Water Conservation Board, who's given us the funding to carry forward this program. So what is gray water? Brandy already covered part of this, but just to recap, it's water used in a residential, commercial, or industrial building that may be collected after the first use and put to a second beneficial use. And really these beneficial uses are going to be toilet flushing or subsurface irrigation, and that's per Regulation 86. This does not include rainwater harvesting or non-potable reuse, like we might be watering our golf courses with, or direct potable reuse, which is the recycling of black water for drinking and health and safety purposes. So gray water in Colorado, again, Reg 86 outlines the requirements and standards for gray use for non-drinking purposes. The categories that Reg 86 allows, there are 4 different categories: bathroom and laundry room sinks, these are the sources that can be collected from, bathtubs, showers, and laundry machines. And La Plata County is adopting the laundry to landscape, so simply laundry machines, potentially laundry room sinks, but that's to be determined as we get more into the regulation. And as Brandy mentioned, that communities must adopt all or part of Regulation 86, and there are 4 different categories. So we're going with the most easily implemented category in a very simple laundry to landscape system. And we'll be one of 7 Colorado communities. I think that there are a couple more that joined the ranks, but we're excited that La Plata County is supporting this to be really one of the first communities, one of the handful of communities in Colorado to do this. And we've also consulted with Division of Water Rights to determine what our local restrictions are going to be and who might want to be taking a second look at participating, like if there are going to be any communities, any rural providers that need to consider their water rights. And so far it sounds like our Division 7 office is pretty confident that most of our La Plata County rural providers are going to be within their water rights to participate in this. There might be 1 or 2 that they're taking a look at, and we'll get back to us on. So water rights can be a concern, like Peter had mentioned, but it looks like in La Plata County we're going to be able to implement. So, and also one thing to mention too is that the Division of Water Rights had published a 2011 administrative position on gray water, and their administrative position does note that municipalities should not see any how do I say it? Their water rights shouldn't be a concern if you're getting water from a municipal provider. So that's worth checking out if you're curious about what the DWR is saying kind of on a more municipal level. But the rural providers we are checking with. And if you're out there, I'm sure many of you are, we'll be in touch. So this is a schematic from Bernalillo County. One of our colleagues that's sitting on the Reg 86 stakeholder meetings, and that's also a process of review. The Regulation 86 is under review every, how many years, Brandy? 3 years, okay. So CDPHE takes consideration every 3 years about how these regulations should change. So I think that's really adaptive for our state. And it's been really informative to be on those meetings too. So one of our colleagues from that meeting had provided this schematic. It shows you what a laundry to landscape system might look like. There are a lot of call outs on this we can ignore, but basically it's gonna be an easy diversion from your laundry machine, where it's going to take the water from the sewer pipe, divert it into the yard, and then following Regulation 86 design guidelines, will release into the landscape through mulch basins. So there won't be a holding tank, there will be no treatment, just releasing the water into the landscape for beneficial use for outdoor watering. And again, we'll be working on that design document that follows Regulation 86 guidelines that are very specific. So we're excited to work on this. Also, Four Core offers other programs. As Peter mentioned, we've got energy efficiency programs. I just wanted to tell you what we also offer the community in case you're interested in checking us out for some other resource efficiency. We also offer zero emissions transportation programs, a lot of electric vehicles and charging stations. If anybody here is from an organization that would like to provide charging stations, we offer grants through the Colorado Energy Office. Also Home H2O, Laundry to Landscape Gray Water program, of course, but we also have our rain barrel sale going on. So if you're interested, just check out fourcore.org. And then we have a new Durango Green Business Certification, an annual solar home tour, and a new Four Corners Carbon Offset Fund. So we offer a little bit more. We're not the main water program provider here, along with water education program. We're happy to offer Home H2O, but we've got a lot of other programs to offer. So I think that's about it.